Have you ever been in a moment where words failed you? Where someone tried to dominate you with their tone, their arrogance, or their sheer persistence, and you wished you had the perfect response? Most people think power in conversation comes from volume, quick comebacks, or clever insults. But true strength is quieter. The Stoics understood this 2,000 years ago. The most powerful person in the room is the one who refuses to be shaken. In this video, we will uncover 7 phrases so sharp, so calm, and so undeniable that they silence arrogance, disarm hostility, and earn respect without you needing to shout. These aren't cheap tricks. They are rooted in philosophy, psychology, and human nature itself. By the end, you'll know exactly how to protect your dignity, guard your peace, and project a presence that others cannot ignore. It earns you silent respect from everyone watching. When someone shouts, they expect you to meet fire with fire. They want escalation. But by calmly saying this, you change the rules. Picture this: a heated work meeting. A colleague tries to dominate with volume, drowning out logic. Instead of shouting back, you breathe deeply, sit straight, and say evenly, "I don't need to raise my voice to be right." Instantly, the power dynamic flips. You're no longer just another voice in the noise. You've risen above it. The silence that follows isn't weakness, it's strength recognized. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught, "No man is free who is not master of himself." By choosing calm over chaos, you prove mastery. People notice. They may not admit it, but they feel it. This phrase doesn't just silence the loud, and when words can't move you, neither can manipulation. The natural urge is to fight back with the same, but this phrase is a mirror. Instead of attacking, you reflect their behavior. Imagine someone tries to belittle you in front of others. They laugh, roll their eyes, or twist your words. Instead of defending yourself or insulting them back, you pause, look directly at them, and calmly say, "The way you speak says more about you than it does about me." The room changes. They hear their own ugliness echoed back without you raising your hand or your tone. The attack loses its venom, and you walk away untouched. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." This phrase embodies that principle. It tells the other person, "I see what you're doing, but I won't stoop to your level." Over time, people begin to treat you differently, not because you dominate them, but because they realize their words cannot move you. That strength is unforgettable. The Stoics knew this. Epictetus warned that we cannot control others, but we can always control what we accept. By calmly saying, "Let's talk when we can do it respectfully," you instantly raise the standard of interaction. You are telling the other person, "I'm not here to trade insults, I'm here for dialogue." Picture this. Someone interrupts you again and again, speaking over you, refusing to listen. Most people would shout louder or shut down completely, but you, with composure, pause, look them in the eye, and say it firmly. Silence follows, because deep down, they know you're right. This phrase is powerful because it sets boundaries without aggression. People realize this person is untouchable. The Stoics called this ataraxia, a state of inner peace unshaken by external chaos. When you say, "I'd prefer not to continue this conversation," you don't need to explain. You don't need to justify. You simply close the door. Imagine being cornered by someone who insists on provoking you. Every word they speak drips with hostility. You feel your pulse rising. Instead of exploding, you look them in the eye and calmly declare, "I'd prefer not to continue this conversation." Then you stop. You refuse to feed the fire. The result? The aggressor is left with their own noise. And independence commands respect. Because once people realize they cannot force your agreement, they begin to respect your boundaries and even admire them. Sometimes they come from friends, family, or colleagues who insist they know what's best for you. Their intention may be good, but the pressure feels suffocating. This phrase creates freedom. It acknowledges their perspective without surrendering yours. It says, I hear you, I respect you, but I have my own mind. Picture this. A relative insists you're making the wrong career choice. A colleague pressures you to agree with their plan. Instead of endless debate, you breathe and say, that's your opinion, and I respect it, but I don't share it. Notice what happens. They can't argue with respect. They can't accuse you of being dismissive. You've closed the door without slamming it. Seneca said, to be a slave to the opinion of others is the worst of all prisons. This phrase is your key out of that prison. It gives you emotional independence, and deep down, they'll respect the boundary you've drawn. People throw guilt, shame, or anger your way, hoping you'll carry it for them. This phrase is a shield. When you say, your reaction is not my responsibility, you separate yourself from their storm. You acknowledge that they're entitled to their emotions, but you are not their emotional punching bag. Imagine you deliver honest feedback at work and someone lashes out. Or you set a boundary in your personal life and the other person gets upset. Instead of apologizing for their feelings, you say calmly, your reaction is not my responsibility. It's not cold, it's clarity. You're reminding them, and yourself, that you control your words and actions, but not how others interpret them. Phrase 7. I will not shrink to make you comfortable. This is the phrase of ultimate self-respect. Many people dim their light so others won't feel insecure. They hold back opinions, achievements, or confidence just to fit in. But the Stoics remind us, to live by virtue is to live unapologetically. Imagine someone downplays your success or mocks your ambition. Instead of retreating, you look them in the eye and say, I will not shrink to make you comfortable. This is not arrogance. It is authenticity. You're not inflating yourself. You're simply refusing to make yourself smaller for others' approval. Marcus Aurelius wrote, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. And being one means standing tall, even when others want you to bend. This phrase silences critics because it exposes their insecurity. They can no longer guilt you into silence. You refuse to hand them that power. In that moment, respect is not requested, it is commanded. And if this video gave you strength, subscribe for more Stoic wisdom. Because true power begins not with force, but with self-mastery. The way you speak says more about you than it does about me. Let's talk when we can do it respectfully. I'd prefer not to continue this conversation. That's your opinion, and I respect it, but I don't share it. Your reaction is not my responsibility. I will not shrink to make you comfortable. Use them not as tricks, but as principles. Say them with calm, confidence, and presence, and watch how the room changes. People stop seeing you as easy to provoke, easy to manipulate, or easy to dismiss. Instead, they begin to see you as someone rare, someone unshakable. In a noisy world, silence backed by wisdom terrifies the insecure. And when you master these responses, you won't just win arguments, you'll earn respect without asking for it. So I ask you, which phrase will you practice first? Write it in the comments.